Today on The Young and the Restless, Elena delivers terrible news. Faith fights back, and Sharon and Nick square off with Cameron. At the hospital, Elena tells Sally her blood pressure and pain are concerning. She also has a headache, double vision, and is having trouble breathing. She gets a sharp pain and cries out. Elena says, "Deep breaths." At Sharon's place, she paces. "What have I done? I told Cameron to go to hell. What if he hurts Faith?" Nick reminds her she's a fighter and their miracle. Sharon frets that they don't know where he's keeping her. Chance arrives and they update him on Cameron's visit to the house. Nick explains he got away, and they have no idea where he went or where he's keeping Faith. Chance says they know he always has a plan. He's hoping Kirsten's suitcase will provide a clue as to where he's keeping Faith. They all root through the bag. Sharon finds something. Wait, what's this? In a dark and dank warehouse or underground room, Cameron tells Faith, who is bound and gagged, that she deserves better. Your mom let you down. He strokes her hair and says she really is as beautiful as her mom. Faith grimaces. Cameron goes on about Sharon being a bitch when all he's done is love her for all of these years. He recalls that the night he met Sharon he looked in her eyes and knew she was the only woman for him. Faith struggles with the ties behind her back as Cameron grits that he made his way back to Sharon, who led him on and then stabbed him in the back. He rails about her dismissing him and treating him like garbage. Cameron pulls out a garment of Sharon's and sniffs it as Faith's eyes widen. God help me, I still love her. At Sharon's place, she pulls an article of her clothing out of Cameron's bag. It's hers. She realizes he went through her things and is horrified. Nick and Chance find a schematic of a tunnel that goes under the ranch. Sharon's phone rings. It's Cameron. Sharon says, "Where is she?" Cameron tells her she broke his heart. Sharon wants to know if Faith is okay. Cameron says she's not too happy with her. Sharon wants to hear her voice, but he says that's not possible. Sharon pleads with him to let her go. Cameron, what do you want? Do you want me to come to you? She swears she will. Just let her go, please. Cameron rants about her lies. Sharon yells, "I want my daughter." Cameron taunts that Faith is running out of air. He reveals that her child will be in the place where she expected to find his dead body all those years ago. In the hospital, Elena assures Sally she's in good hands with Adam as she rushes off, promising to be back soon. Sally cries to Adam that she's so scared and worries she did this by getting stressed out. Adam snaps, "Sally, stop. This is just an unexpected blip. Everything is going to work out." He distracts her by talking about having a summer baby, who will need a Halloween costume before long. They'll make her Thanksgiving pies. Adam knows Hope always made the holidays special. They will definitely make those pies, except she can't bake. They laugh a little. Elena returns and tells Sally that she'll be given medication to lower her blood pressure, but the severity of her symptoms is very concerning and could be life-threatening. There is a chance that we may have to induce labor. Sally argues it's way too early for labor, but Elena says it's their only viable option. She asks Adam to excuse them while she gives her an exam. Sally asks Adam to call Nick and ask him to come. She teases that he didn't know what he was getting himself into when he agreed to look out for her. Adam will be there right by her side no matter what. He kisses her hand and goes. Sally calls, "Adam. Hope is a beautiful name." Outside the room, Adam exhales emotionally. Daytime's best costumes and disguises. At Sharon's place, she tells Nick and Chance that Cameron has Faith in a sewer somewhere and she's running out of oxygen. Chance and Nick look at the schematic and decide they'll split up. Sharon declares they're not going anywhere without her. He does not bluff. He will kill her. "I need to get to Cameron right away. I need to be the one to end this." In the sewer, Cameron tells Faith that the name Sharon means fertile plain and muses about the kids they could have had. "Now I guess we'll never know." He tells Faith that she could help him with her mom, to make her understand they belong together. "We could be a real family." He guarantees that Faith could learn to love him. "Sorry about your cat, by the way, but that's on your mom for ignoring me. I had to do something to get her attention." He tells Faith, "You play nice. I'll take the gag off and give you some water." He kneels down and removes the gag while telling her he's not that scary. He goes on about Sharon as he goes for a bottle of water. Cameron tells Faith she has a son of a bitch for a dad. Faith hollers, "My dad is the best." Kirsten's not impressed and warns her not to make him sorry he took the gag out. He offers Faith water and she asks, "How do I know it isn't poisoned?" Cameron drinks it himself. He's sorry about dragging her down there. The whole thing got out of hand. He blames Nick for starting the whole thing. Nick is the only bump in the road to Sharon and him being together. He needs to die. And then I could be your dad. He would love Faith and her mom and make them happy for the rest of their lives. He feeds Faith some water and she spits it back in his face. Cameron seethes, "You should not have done that." At the hospital, Adam leaves Nick a message telling him Sally's in the hospital, and it's serious. "Call me and let me know that you got this and tell me when you're on your way." He disconnects and says a quick prayer for Sally and the baby to be okay. "Do what you want with me but leave them alone." Adam then calls Victor to ask if he's talked to Nick. Victor says he's dealing with Cameron Kirsten. He asks if something is wrong with Sally and the baby. Adam disconnects as Elena emerges from Sally's room. She informs Adam that Sally is unconscious. The medication isn't working, her blood pressure is too high, and she's at risk of placental abruption. It can be fatal to both her and the baby. There is no easy way to say this, but we have to take the baby now. There is a chance they could lose Sally during the procedure, so she needs him to make a choice. Do we save the baby or do we save the mother? Adam gulps, "I can't make that decision." Elena repeats her warning of what could happen. Adam can't decide who lives or dies. Elena is so sorry but time is of the essence. Adam asks for a few minutes with Sally. Elena nods, 2 minutes. Adam walks to Sally's bedside, kisses her forehead and sits. He still remembers the first time he knew she was going to turn his life upside down in the best way possible. Adam screwed up everything when he broke up with her for his own good. How stupid was that? He needs her to wake up and do that bossy thing she does. "I know what you would want," he says. Elena appears and says it's time. "Have you made a decision?" Adam agonizes. Elena tells him if he can't make the call, the doctors will. Adam tearfully calls, "Wait," as she turns to go. In the sewer, Cameron fumes that Faith is trying his patience. She tells him he's crazy and he rails at her. She asks what he hopes to get out of this. Cameron rants that he's manifesting his destiny and Sharon's because she's forgotten what they meant to each other. Faith tells him she never loved him. If he loves her, why is he trying to take her away? Cameron complains she slings coffee to a bunch of losers. She needs the kind of love only he can give her. Faith hollers, "You beat her, you're a monster." As he warns her, they hear a noise. Cameron says, "Looks like it's showtime." As Faith hollers for her parents, Cameron disappears. Victor and Nikki arrive in Sharon's living room and exclaim at the state of the furniture. Victor says Adam was unable to get a hold of Nicholas and clearly something is wrong. Nikki finds it concerning that Nick didn't answer a call about Sally and the baby. Victor bets it has to do with Cameron Kirsten. Nikki picks up the schematic of the tunnels and sewers and says, "Oh my God, Victor." In the sewer, Sharon works to free Faith and asks if Cameron hurt her or touched her in any way. Faith reports that he just talked about how much he loves her and how Nick got in between them. She's sure he set a trap. Nick appears and Sharon hands off Faith to him. He's pulling his daughter out as Cameron grabs Sharon from behind. "Not so fast." At the hospital, Elena tells Adam that the surgery was touch and go, but they were able to stabilize Sally. Adam asks, "And our baby?" Elena says, "Adam, there was no way to save them both. I'm so sorry." Adam walks away crying and stands behind the curtain. In Sharon's house, Victor grills one of his security team and hollers at him for not keeping him apprised. "You're fired." Nikki tells Victor that Cameron has taken them to the sewer system. Victor sets off out the door as Nikki protests. In the sewer, Cameron asks Nick if it makes him feel uncomfortable seeing Sharon in his arms. Nick fumes, "You bastard, let her go." Cameron asks, "Or what? What are you going to do?" Sharon gasps at Kirsten, "We can resolve this, okay?" Cameron bellows, "What do you think, I'm stupid?" Faith yells at Cameron, "Don't hurt her." Cameron tells her love hurts. Nick challenges Kirsten to let Faith and Sharon go. Cameron informs Nick that he's going to choose who lives and who dies, Sharon or Faith. If he can't choose, he'll lose them both. Nick tells Faith to leave, but Cameron urges him to check under her sweatshirt. She has a bomb strapped to her. Cameron says he's going to blow Faith into pieces or slit Sharon's throat and watch her bleed out. It's your call. In the hospital, Adam sadly lingers in the doorway of Sally's room. She awakens and says, "You're here." Adam reminds her he told her he wasn't going anywhere. He tells her, "It's going to be okay, Sally." Sally asks, "The baby, how is she?" In the sewer, Cameron asks Nick, Sharon, or Faith, "What's it going to be?" Nick fumes, "You son of a bitch." Kirsten is tired of losing and informs Nick it's his turn. Sharon reaches for the knife taped to her leg as Cameron vows to destroy Nick's life before he goes. "Say a name or I swear to God, I'll kill them both." Sharon pulls out her knife and slashes Cameron's arm. He lets go as Chance comes in, gun drawn. Sharon stabs Cameron in the gut. He reaches for her and misses as he falls to the ground. Beside him lies the detonation device flashing.